before I come into another one. Dheeraj has been preparing for all these years, and I'm very sure that he has met many teachers in his journey. He's met many institutes also. So rather than saying, like, I am the only one who has contributed, that would be very, I would say, wrong on my part. So I would ask a straight thing, what he gained in that master stroke program, which we run. It's a popular program, more so because at ALS, we believe the senior most teacher in geography should be doing that. The teacher evaluates personally. Everything is designed, developed, everything by me. So it's like a very personal thing for me, and I would want to see that what he gained out of it and what others can also gain out of it.
Sir, this test series.
And through this, I am not just looking at he praising me. Okay, if there is something missing, he can give it as a feedback. And for you people, please note what he has noted, because it takes 3 tests, 4 tests to realize this. So he has already realized certain things, if you can. And remember, we had a unit test yesterday. So I want you to take this right in the course, because you don't have to wait for the end. Why not in the course itself, you're ready for the next senior level program?
So basically, 4 things I would like to talk about for the test series part. First of all, means after the test series, sir gave best answer compilation, and it is really a myth buster. And we do have a myth that there is something called geography, and some students do have a caliber, do have internalized the geography, and they naturally come out. And when you see the toppers' answers in best answer compilation, you see that there is no difference in your content. Same content you are writing, and same content the toppers are writing. Only difference is about presentation and visibility. And that visibility part, it came through a lot of things. One point is spatial dimension, which I have talked about. Sir is continuously talking about this. In a spatial dimension, especially the map work, the geography, language of geography is space. So you have to bring that spatial element in your answers. And you can, there are multiple ways to bring that spatial dimension. One popular way is map. In paper 1, world map. In paper 2, Indian maps. So there is one thumb rule, although I do not believe that, at least 1 or 2 maps each answer. If it is possible, then it's good. If not, at least try to have maps in 80%, 70% of your questions. In test series, same thing, means this is easier said than done. Every geography student know you have to make map to get marks. But if you see the answer copies, hardly you will see that 10% of the people are making it. So where is this 90% chunk going out? So this element comes from test series. Repeatedly, when Sachin sir will tell you this, draw map, and sir has one very good thing. He gave marks, especially 1 or 2 marks for map. So there is marks for content, and there is special marks for map. If you draw map, you will get 1 marks extra. So it will put some incentives to draw maps, and these things definitely increase your visibility of your answers. If you yourself see, if you make just content, nobody is going to read, and they don't have time to read. And through maps, the examiner or the teacher get to know the personality and get to know how much a student know through this glimpse of the map only. So this stands part of this test series also, and in nowhere else. Means I have done test series in many institutes, and I can say definitely this is the great USP of this test series. And once you have drawn this, you will do wonder, really wonder. Secondly, there is something called myth called geography is physical geography. If I take the example of Chota Nagpur Plateau, there is one question in test series. Sir has said, open-ended question, discuss something about Chota Nagpur Plateau. So, structure and some specific structure. So,
Chota Nagpur as a region.
Discuss Chota Nagpur Plateau as a region. So, lot of people just have said the physical elements of the Chota Nagpur Plateau. What are the rocks? What are the climate? Or what are the reserves, coal reserves? Something like that. But we skip the human part of those. There is something called human geography also. So by seeing geography, we automatically see physical geography only. So in test series, I get to know that human geography element is also a part of geography, which I know, but it get imbibed during the test series. And what are the elements of human geography? Agriculture, their economy, their tribes, so there are forests. There are many elements which can be put in from human geography in the answers. So this will make your answer comprehensive. 4 to 5 elements from physical, 4 to 5 from human, 8 to 9 points, more than enough. So these 2 things, if you can incorporate, definitely, and it is easier than done. It will take time. And through test series, if you regularly put these efforts, so these 2 things will automatically get imbibed, and it get implicit in your answers. And with time, towards the end, I think in my first paper, I got around 40-50 marks in first test, and last test, I got around 115 marks in test series. So if this change is going on continuously, then you are on right track. So this is the golden rule here.
Anything else which you want to train them into through this? I do put that incentive, like I am a little adamant on certain things that initially I'll put that, I'll give you extra marks for that. They do it for my sake to begin with. But by fourth or fifth test, I'm telling you, that becomes a natural habit. In fact, they start seeing it. I've seen, people joining the master stroke program, clearing the examination and next attempt for improvement when they join, they become big examples. And these what he's talking about, best answer compilation, there are so many students, they are just being bought on the roads that, like we have books, but we don't have answers. And whatever are the answers, they are answers written, someone artificially doing it. These are answers written in real exam time situation by people who really cleared that. So that is one thing which they start seeing. There's always, this thing, strong feeling with people that I don't have a good vocabulary. I don't have a geography vocabulary, that what he's saying, jargon or something. The moment you see people scoring with a very ordinary thing, and as I've always maintained, people with some language, a low evolution on language, geography as an optional works for you. But for that optional to work, you have to stop writing essays. It's very difficult to read a whole 2-page essay in which there is no diagram, no map, nothing at all. So that is one thing which I insist, and that is one thing which has worked on them. I think there's a lot of things that we work on, multidimensionality and comprehensiveness. As you said, human geography is there. Anything else which you want to add in this?
So one important thing I missed out, test series. In a master stroke test series, Sachin sir himself checked all the copies. So this is the means I do not find anywhere in this market. The teacher himself is checking the copies, himself is evaluating the copies, and it gives the motivation. It gives you motivation to improve, because sir himself is going to see the transformation. So this is the added advantage which I feel, and many of our people are coming for this only. That's why you are checking the copies. Because otherwise,
I know there are many students. It's like a recommended test series. I get it from this fellow told me, sir, isliye main aaya hu. But then remember, it is capacity limitation also. So when we are running that master stroke, I put a cutoff on 250. I cannot check them. And you people are seeing me. You too are looking at it. That every day I have classes also, evaluation also. What benefit do I get out of this work? He says that this is motivating for them. This is motivating for me also. It's like 3 months. They are working, 3 months I am working. I physically train myself for that. And every year I lose a lot of weight. Trust me. Since the start of this program, it started in June. I've lost 8 kgs just because of that. Whole day I'm working on that. And I think 18 to 19 hours goes in that. And sometimes I've also seen there's a rub-off effect. If the teacher sets an example, the student also takes it. And it's like a wildfire. It starts with 10 students, 20 students. Last time we had around 80 students. I was very inspired by their answers. I was very sad that out of 80, only 60 got an interview call. Those 20 should have got. So I am always with my students who could not make it also, because they were real gems. Okay, they made it in other examinations. That's a different story. And that's one thing, that should be there. So I think mains is a collaborative attempt of the teacher as well as the student. I've always maintained that all you need to clear this examination is 2 people, 1 honest teacher, 1 honest student. He was really working on it honestly. I've been asking you to come out honestly. Whatever you're doing, I'm saying guaranteed results. You are beginners in this. You've just started your GS. You've just started your geography. Be honest in the process. Guaranteed results. No doubt about that. I was just telling him about this girl. She was from your last batch. Last geography batch girl. She is a fresher. She wrote 2 papers in the test series in the master stroke. I said, ridiculous. You don't know any geography. And I was a little ashamed. She was my student. 3rd test, she started improving. 5th test, she is one of the best answer writers. Now when you see that happening in front of you in 5 rounds, and not only this, she was to my student, people come from various institutes. I think Dheeraj and students coming from various IITs, they generally think that why take coaching? We have, been to so big institutes. Why not do it on our own? So they take some books, they take some notes, and they come for these value addition programs like Masterstroke. And within 4 or 5 tests, smart people get what is the trick, and they start producing magic. So that is one thing, that lies on them. So I would really see that 350 ka to he knows how to decode it. Okay.